Look at this, y'all. This was at a basketball game in Indonesia, and one of the persons watching the game saw her and started recording because it seems that they were perplexed. And I have questions as well because what is going on?
Okay, fam. Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. Y'all, we're back with another video. I thank you guys for being patient and showing so much love on yesterday's video. After not posting for a few days, I don't know what happened with my channel. Started getting videos, you know, all my videos I was uploading were getting blocked. Wasn't letting me put it out. Put one out yesterday, turned green, threw it out to you guys as soon as possible. So hopefully today it goes smooth and I get this video out, because we got a good video about to come out. A lot of crazy things happening in these skies, but you know my slogan, I ain't gonna sit here and chit chat too much. Let's get into the reaction. Enjoy the show.
Ever wonder why old American barns were painted red? Here's the reason behind it. Back in the 1800s, farmers mixed their own paint. They used linseed oil, milk, and rust. Yes, rust. The iron oxide in rust turned the paint red, but it also protected the wood from mold and decay. The paint was very effective, and barns lasted longer with increased weather resistance. Even though we have different paints today, the red barn tradition stuck around. It's become an iconic part of American farm life.
Side Chopper 7 over railroad tracks in the Austin neighborhood, where it appears several train cars are being broken into right now. We're seeing several people walking away with boxes of goods. There they are. We don't know what's inside those cars, but that's a lot of people. And there have been a number of break-ins along this stretch of railroad tracks in recent weeks. Police, we're told, have arrived at the scene. We're having a crew head there as well as we bring you more information as we get it. But once again, this is live. I don't know if those are flat screen TVs or what. Those boxes look like they could be holding televisions. But it looks like things are being taken out of these freight trains that are parked right here. Like we said, police have been notified. This is in the Austin neighborhood. We'll try and get some cross streets, guys. Oh, there it is on the top of the screen. A lake in Lockwood, this in Chicago, where several people are removing items from a freight train. I'm not sure I've seen that before live.
Yeah, me neither. And our chopper literally just got on the scene after we got word of this going on. Again, we're told that police is on the scene, although I haven't been able to see
them. Yeah, see if we can pull
any of them right now.
I mean, there's a bunch of cars. I don't see any police. I just see a bunch of cars there with a lot of people now. Well over a dozen people appear to be removing items from these freight trains. Do not see any police officers there, but if they're watching us now, that's where they are, Lake and Lockwood.
Along the railroad tracks. This is in the Austin neighborhood this afternoon. We'll try to get more information on exactly what is going on here and pass that on to you as soon as we have it.
Chopper 7 will stay above that, and we'll take another look at it here in just a few minutes.
Remember not too long ago when they were making the ships out there in the ocean go a different route because of the pirates in Somalia were, you know, taking over ships, container ships? Coming to a democratic state near you. Now they're doing it right here on homeland, right?
You guys remember the lithium mines in North Carolina? Well, the conspiracy has gotten just a little bit deeper. The company that has rights to mine in that area is called Albemarle's. They mine the lithium in that mountain. But Albemarle's also has other investors. Their shareholders are Vanguard and BlackRock, of course.
Figures.
But who do you think has the most investments in mining lithium there? None other than Douglas M. Hoff. And who is that, you might ask? That is Kamala Harris's husband. And
that's Dougie. That's Dougie right there.
Who has the final sign-off on those permits at that lithium mine in North Carolina? Kamala Harris. So BlackRock, Vanguard, and Charles Schwab control the retirement investments for Kamala Harris's husband. This rabbit hole runs so deep, and it's all starting to make a lot of sense. And you can find all of this out with a simple research. Stay informed, stay safe, and keep your eyes on Jesus.
I'm not gonna lie, this one might break the internet. Have you ever seen the United Nations building in Senegal, West Africa? The one that kind of looks like a hurricane? Not only a hurricane, but a bunch of sixes, because we know how they like that number. Well, let's take a closer look at some things. Let's first look at this beautiful looking United Nations symbol that looks an awful lot like a flat Earth map. But then let's zoom out and let's see where that building has a direct path to. Oh, would you look at that? Florida, the east coast of Florida, where a lot of hurricanes just happen to hit. But Hurricane Milton is coming from the west, so what's to the west? Oh, Australia? I wonder if they have any United Nations buildings in Australia. Oh, would you imagine that? Let's take a closer look at this United Nations building in complex and see what we find. Zooming in, and that's a funny looking symbol. It looked familiar to me, but I couldn't quite place where I saw that symbol. Maybe one day I'll remember though, hopefully. But I mean, so what? They have a symbol that kind of looks like something else. It's not like this UN building has some sort of crazy technology or spires or giant space needle looking things. What in
Above
the
a
world
pyramid
is that? Let's put a pyramid under a giant needle that... I don't know. I'm not saying anything. I'm just simply showing you that look at that angle. Just happens to have on something that Florida is about to experience. I'm not saying, I'm just showing. But of course, as usual, this is all for entertainment purposes. I'm sure that they just like the design of this building, and it isn't really sixes or even supposed to look like a hurricane. And that these anomalies that have been spotted by Cancun, which would be on the way from Australia, just happen to be coincidental as well. Also a coincidence. Duh. Entertainment only, people.
Afghanistan. That is a geographic region that the best, most sophisticated armies in the world have invaded and have met horrible failure. Alexander the Great tried to conquer that area. The Mongols tried to do it. The Huns tried to do it. The Mughals tried to do it. Victorian Britain tried to do it. The Russians tried to do it. The Americans tried to do it.
Fortnite, what the f I got going on, bruh? Fortnite has crossed the line, y'all. We all know that is in love with this game. So for them to do what they just did is wild as... They don't just love this game, they're obsessed with this game. So if y'all don't know, Fortnite just had a new update and it's called Fortnitemares. And in this update, they have a devil on a throne. And you can go to the devil and get your friend back. Essentially, you'll be selling your soul to get your partner back into the game. This shit is crazy as fuck, y'all. You cannot make this shit up. They're putting it into movies. They even doing games now, bruh. So look, y'all. You go to the devil, and then you get what you want from him. In this video, he's getting his partner back. But you gotta sell your soul, bruh. You cannot make this up. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Keep from this show. I used to love Fortnite.
Again, do you know how it was made? Basically, they got the directors got 3 actors, you know, the people that you see, and they used their real names, and they had them go to a town where there were paid actors, but they didn't know, talking about the Blair Witch. So the people that you see at the beginning, they thought that they were actually talking about a Blair Witch. But then when they go into the woods, they had a map and they had walkie-talkies to talk to the directors, and they had the cameras. The directors were watching them from afar and telling them, like, they would each have their own goal. So they would get food and then have a note of what their goal was for that day. And when they lose the map, the guy who kicks the map into the river was told to do that, but the other people actually didn't know. And each day they were giving them less and less food, so their sanity would be, like, you know, going up, like, or like going down.
You could not do that today.
Yeah. Again, they thought it was a snuff film. There was actually a shot of the Blair Witch. And I don't know if you remember this, but when one of them goes missing and they're at night and things start rattling their things, that's the directors actually rattling their tents. And they didn't know that was happening. They didn't know what was going to happen. and all the stuff that they actually found. They just knew which way the director was telling them to go, and they were following the map. When they were running in the woods, I think it was like their 4th or 5th night. It was the night before. It was one of the nights, 2 nights before, like, they actually find the building. There's actually a woman in a dress sitting there, but they were so scared while running they forgot to film it. Because you'll hear the girl being like, "What the fuck is that?" Like, while they're running, and she's crying, terrified. That's their genuine reactions.
Different things. Solange Knowles walks in, Beyonce's sister, into that little, it's called a botanica, a little witchcraft store. Solange Knowles, Beyonce's sister, walks in with her boyfriend, and I'm like, is this a dream? And is this Solange Knowles? He's like, yeah, she comes here regularly. We do rituals for her and her family. And I'm just like, what? Like, the Knowles? Like, yeah, man, this is real. And she's buying product and paying for rituals, and I'm like,
man, E5 don't make no mistake, bro.
What's E5? Because I heard of it.
Oh, shit! Yeah. A lot of people practice it like Senorita or somebody.
Beyonce.
Some people do. Yeah, Beyonce practice E5. She a child of Ocean. She a child of Ocean. She got songs. She got songs like,
oh, for real?
Talking about her ancestor. Every time she dressed up like her ancestor. When she was pregnant, she dressed up as Oshun.
Oh, wow. So have you ever spoken with the dead?
Yeah, I feed them.
What do you mean?
I feed them all the time. I take care of them for them to take care of me every day.
I don't remember 4 years ago having to push a button at Walgreens to get some candy, but crime rates are down. Yeah, I got it.
Crime rates are down, but I was watching a video on YouTube. I watched this dude ride around his e-bike in the Phoenix hoods, right? And he was saying what he noticed is they quit locking up criminals and started locking up what they steal instead. Because when you go in the Walmart, you go to stores like that, everything's locked up. So they quit locking up the criminals. So he's like, guess where those criminals are going to go now? To your house, to your front door. That's what's going to happen.
Have you guys ever seen water move like this? Y'all see the way that it's jumping?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Have you guys ever seen water do this type of trick? This right here is in Indonesia. Like, what's going on with the planet? This is Indonesia. You guys ever seen a tone generator? This is what 23 hertz looks like. Y'all ever seen that before? Look at that. So what if that was what was making the water do that? Y'all seen that? This is 23 hertz. Now this one over here is at 25 hertz. Does that look familiar? Look at that. The way that it's peaking. The way that it's peaking like that. Up and down, up and down. Does that look familiar? Now, didn't that look familiar at 25 hertz? Kind of like mirrors what this is doing over here. So, do you guys think it's frequency that's doing this? Does this look natural to you? Have you guys ever seen water move like this? Let me know down in the comments, y'all. And this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Y'all see what's going on with the world. Peace in.
When the lockdowns first started, and there were all the celebrities would come on and be like, "We're all in this together," and you're like, Ellen DeGeneres, you're in a mansion. You're not in the same situation as a guy. There's a guy out there who's got 3 kids and makes $60K a year, and was just deemed non-essential, and he is like terrified about the future of how he's going to support his family. And Ellen's sitting here, and her message is, we're all in the same boat, man. You know, like, we're all in the same. I know one of my servants got COVID and couldn't come in today, so I only had a team of 5, you know, and you're like, so in a sense, you're like, while the message is we're all in this together, and that kind of superficially sounds like a nice message, it's actually the worst message. A much better message would be to acknowledge that I'm not in the situation that you're in at all. That for me, it's actually fine to be locked.
So I just watched a video where a guy was like, have you seen anything out of North Carolina in the last few days? And I haven't. So I just been searched. North Carolina hurricane, disaster, flooding, whatever. Nothing within 5 days. The last few videos I saw were 5 days plus, and most of them were news. No personal ones. Holy shit. Is this like Hawaii all over again? Are they like censoring the shit that's coming out of there? What the fuck? Where'd the fucking videos go?
Wouldn't it be crazy if one of the largest lithium deposits in the world was right outside of Asheville, North Carolina? Wouldn't it be crazy if the largest lithium mining company in the world 3 days before the flood began submitted the permits for their mine right outside of Asheville, North Carolina? Wouldn't it be crazy if the mining company was just given $250 million in grants to help with construction of their mine right outside of Asheville, North Carolina? Wouldn't it be crazy if less than a month before the flood started, BlackRock acquired 2.2 million shares of stock in that mining company? That's crazy. Wouldn't it be crazy if the residents that opposed the mine had their homes and properties destroyed? That would never happen, though. I'm sure they wouldn't take things that far. Stay safe, Florida. Let me know. On a serious note, yeah, all my people in Florida, feel free to message me anything throughout this. Stay safe.
The Vegas Dome did it again, y'all. I don't care what y'all say, bro. The odds going to see this shit, yo. They breaking the firmament, right? Pete, who do y'all think that would be, yo? If that was supposed to be, I think that's somebody that they are expecting, bro. And then peep this shit. Y'all, this just happened like 2 hours ago. Bro, what do y'all think that is, bro? What is that symbolizing, man? Y'all already know. Oh my God. And truth in plain sight is real. Look at this shit. I don't care if y'all say this is for a concert, a show, NASA takeoff. You feel me? Bro, this is subliminal messaging right here. Just my personal opinion, for entertainment purposes only. CERN. What else do y'all recognize about this, right? Peep this. Pay attention, yo. Do y'all see it or no? Peep. Yo. Come on, y'all. Look at this shit. We need to pay attention to the Vegas Dome, y'all. Wake up!
Today, TD Bank pled guilty to multiple felonies, including conspiring to violate the Bank Secrecy Act and commit money laundering. TD Bank has also agreed to a $1.8 billion criminal penalty. Combined with civil enforcement actions announced today by other agencies, the United States will be imposing a total of approximately $3 billion against TD Bank. Today, TD Bank became the largest bank in U.S. history to plead guilty to Bank Secrecy Act program failures and the first bank in history to plead guilty to conspiracy to commit money laundering. This is also the largest ever penalty under the Bank Secrecy Act and the first time the Justice Department has assessed a daily fine against a bank. Over a 6-year period, TD Bank failed to monitor $18.3 trillion in customer activity. As TD Bank admitted in its plea agreement, this allowed 3 money laundering networks to transfer over $670 million through TD Bank accounts. At least one of those schemes involved 5 TD Bank employees.
And what do you... It's a cold game out there, y'all, but anybody at TD Bank, be on the lookout for that convenience fee coming out of your checking account, because who do you think is going to pay for that trillion dollars?
You think is driving the obesity epidemic? It's being driven by poison food, by ultra-processed wheat, sugar, and flour, seed oils, soy, canola, sunflower, and then, wheat and corn, which are all heavily subsidized. 90% of farm subsidies, the crop insurance, etc., go to those 3 categories of soy, corn, and wheat. And those are the feedstocks for all of our processed foods. They turn into sugar. They're all nutrient barren. The original crops were nutrient rich, but the GMO crops are nutrient barren, and they're heavily dependent on pesticides. The reason GMOs are so popular is because they're resistant to pests. The reason they're resistant to pests is because they are resistant to pesticides like glyphosate. So you can saturate the whole landscape with glyphosate from airplanes, and then the only thing that's green is GMO corn, which is Roundup Ready. It's called Roundup resistant corn. And because of that, it's also very heavily laden with pesticides. Glyphosate is also used as a desiccant, which means it dries out wheat, so it's is sprayed on the wheat right at harvest, which means it's going right into the food. And when that began in 1993, that's when you saw all the appearance of all these gluten allergies and celiac disease and wheat allergies that you don't have in Europe. You know, you can eat spaghetti here and you're going to get eczema and all of these stomach complaints. Then you go to Italy and you eat it and you get thin. Mm-hmm. And then the corn is turned into high fructose corn syrup, which is just a formula for making you obese and diabetic.
Like, there's no escaping it. Like I said on the previous video, the only way you can escape it is if you grow your own food outside and you butcher your own meat. That's it. You can't get grass-fed at the grocery store because that's coming out that it's not really grass-fed. You can't get cage-free eggs, none of that. You can't go on a keto diet or a carnivore diet. I mean, you're probably going to do a lot better than eating all that processed food, but you're still going to get all those chemicals that they're putting on the grains because that's what they're feeding the cows. You know, I guess all you can do is try your best and just try to eat whole food. But even then, I'll tell you what, you get on keto or carnivore diet, you're going to feel a lot better mentally. Sorry, I sound down, y'all. I'm a little under the weather. I've been sick since like Tuesday. But I got to get in here and do this video, y'all. So if I'm not talking as much, I apologize.
Look at this, y'all. This was at a basketball game in Indonesia, and one of the persons watching the game saw her and started recording because it seems that they were perplexed. And I have questions as well because what is going on? Y'all see her eyes? You guys see how dark her eyes are? And her nails as well? What is going on here, y'all? Now, I believe it's common courtesy for when people see things like this for not to speak on that matter. But obviously, someone was very, perplexed by this situation and wanted to videotape this. Y'all see that? Look at that. Different angles, too. So it makes me feel like they know something is at a place and is not supposed to be there. What is going on? What y'all think about this over here, y'all? All I know is, ever since the news came out about this demon face syndrome, we have been coming across a lot of people just looking like they're coming from a zombie apocalypse movie. This is crazy. But let me know what you guys think about this video. This is strictly for entertainment purposes only.
Guys, so you can really tell from here, this sidewalk didn't normally end here, obviously. So the river has moved from over there to here, right? This used to be 8 or 9 stores out and roads and parking lots, and it just cut its own path. 10 days ago, this river was sitting over there where that trench is cut. What they're doing right now is they're trying to put the river back where it's supposed to be. So if they dam it up, push it over there, and then get this road reconnected so they can get back out the other side of town. I know it's hard to understand when you're not here, but just look at this sidewalk.
Yeah.
That'll give you your perspective.
Crazy.
Of course this is all deliberate. The CIA in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s funded Ms. Magazine, Gloria Steinem, Planned Parenthood. The whole thing is it's run by the globalists against our country since the 47 National Security Act. And they said in there, we're going to have ugly architecture, ugly art, ugly music. We're going to degrade the family. We're going to undermine the symbol of men being strong in the home. This is all declassified. And they sold that image to demoralize us and break our will. And we were asleep back then and didn't know the government had been hijacked. They thought Americans were intimidated and bullied and weak. No, we were asleep. Now they try to debilitate us. Now they try to demoralize us. Now they try to break our will. And we're conscious of it. And we're like, that's not breaking our will. That's waking us up.
Listen to this. Listen to Obama's reason for men not voting for Kamala.
Coming up with all kinds of reasons and excuses. I've got a problem with that because part of it makes me think, and I'm speaking to men directly now, part of it makes me think that, well, you just aren't feeling the idea of having a woman as president.
What?
And you're coming up with other alternatives and other reasons for that.
Did you guys? What a clown. Like, I know with me, it has nothing to do with male or female. If she came out preaching the right things and not changing accents and not answering questions, if she came out and she's like, you know what, we're going to get this, whatever, boom, boom. It has nothing to do with, and who is he to say you need to vote for her and not him? Like, let the people decide. You don't got to come out here and tell us who to vote for. You can come out here and tell us why maybe we should vote for her, but don't come at us and shame us men for not voting for her, because it has nothing to do with male and female. I'm sure some voters out there it does, but the majority, I think it just comes down to what we see on camera.
Hear what the James Webb Telescope just discovered?
No.
They said we have alien ships heading towards Earth at light speed.
Okay, what?
They are the size of cities, and the only reason they're calling them alien ships is because they're on this one trajectory and then turned towards Earth.
How far away are they?
The predictions range from a couple of years to a couple of weeks. They got images of it going, and then it course corrected towards Earth. So that's the only reason they're calling them ships.
I'm on Snopes. All it says is unfounded, so they're not saying it's not true.
Why would James Webb Telescope lie?
You know James Webb.
Dude, don't get me started on Mr. Webb.
He's
dude.
notorious for always just having the coolest story.
Pathological liar, that guy.
Guys, those alien ships heading towards us, and they're the size of cities, and they're heading at us at the speed of light.
Wait a minute. Wait, am I seeing what I think I see? You're not gonna believe this.
James, there's nothing there.
It's an alien mothership. They're flying that way. Oh, who cares? They just turned. That might taught us. Okay, we'll believe you.
Well, there it comes. Wow.
Well, let's see if green lights. Green lights would be. You can see it's. Oh yes. Yes. So this will get real. It's gonna go. Quite a lot of bang with everything. Yes, sir.
Holy shit! Oh shit! Come on, baby! Holy shit!
Dang, not landing in the water, right? Is it?
No freaking way! No freaking way!
The precision
No freaking way!
is scary. That's scary.
Wow!
Time out, yo. The missing part of the pyramid is what's on the dollar bill. I don't know why I never thought about that till now, but I feel like there's something about that shit. Hold on, look at this video real quick, y'all. And supposedly it's something written at the top of the pyramid, y'all. So I took a screenshot and I zoomed in, and you can see that there is something written at the top, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I just find it very strange, y'all, that the all-seeing eye on the dollar bill is basically that. Then we ask ourselves, why does America even have a pyramid on the back of the dollar bill? And specifically this one, because there are a lot of different pyramids and shit like that, all different shapes and shit. I feel like I'm on my national treasure shit right now. Y'all trying to figure it out. Because, you know, nobody could just stand up there and read that shit. Very interesting. Wait up!
They have some type of, you know, hidden knowledge that we don't know about to put that on the back of our dollar bill, on the back of our money, which makes the country go round, the world go round pretty much. They know some knowledge we don't know that they're not telling us about the significance of that pyramid and what's at top of that pyramid.
There's only one person I believe in Hollywood who people conspired to actually take down. Who? I'm talking about a mass conspiracy. Anytime they take you down, it's people conspiring.
Yeah.
But it's usually because you did some shit.
Yeah.
But I think that there's one person who they really took down because he had too much power, and I believe that person was Michael Jackson.
Wow.
I truly believe that. And the reason I believe that is because you can look into the story. And, you know, we had Dion Cole on Breakfast Club today. Dion Cole told us a story about how he got high with Paul McCartney, and Paul McCartney told him, Paul McCartney and Michael used to be real cool. Paul was telling Michael, like, yo, you got to get your business together. You got to get your business right. He told him about the publishing game.
He bought the Beatles publishing.
Michael ended up getting so big that he bought the Beatles publishing. The Beatles publishing was worth so much that literally Sony gave Michael Jackson half of their publishing company just to own the Beatles catalog. So whenever you used to see, look it up. Whenever you used to see Sony ATV, that was Sony, and ATV was Michael Jackson's publishing company.
This is a Maui update, and there's a bill being introduced today that addresses the following. So the first is they want to establish a authority to develop plans to redevelop areas affected by disaster. The people of Lahaina are adamantly opposed to this because it brings people that are not from Lahaina into Lahaina in positions to make decisions for how they move forward. The second is the bill establishes an income tax credit to incentivize the voluntary relinquishment of property located in areas affected by disaster. That one speaks for itself. And then the third and most alarming is this bill directs the Attorney General to commence eminent domain proceedings. So this is interesting.
So the Changtang River just flooded in China, y'all. Y'all can see the people trying to get away. Now, this river has one of the most powerful bores throughout the whole world. The reason why that is because two rivers meet in the middle and causes a push and pull effect. So when this thing goes off, it really goes off. So this thing is always pushing and pulling within itself. So imagine we just had these geomagnetic storms. Imagine what it's doing, y'all. Look at this. Wow. Now, because you have two rivers that meet in the middle, it also does things like this.
This is the world's largest and most powerful tidal bore. The Chintang River in China creates a breathtaking phenomenon where two tides collide, forming a cross-shaped wave. But the real magic happens when this natural wonder meets the sunset.
So nature creates amazing things like this, using the water, the sand, the wind, the colors of the sun. Look at that. Beauty. That's nature, painting itself. And the bore is so powerful, it does this. The bore or the pull causes things like this in the sand. Y'all, look at this. It's creating a tree of life. That's literally nature doing its thing. This is different times. That's crazy. Look at that. You see the sand? It's creating the trees. Literally the trees of life.
That's crazy. Is that legit?
Wow. So just as much as this is majestic, it's powerful as well, because look what it did over here, y'all. This guy was in the woods when this happened. Check this out. And then remember, y'all, we have that second moon, right? And this is what it's doing. Water is everywhere on the planet. Look at that. Boy, y'all see this? This is strictly for entertainment purposes, y'all. Let's get this shift. Peace in.
Yeah, so this is just water down the side of the normal street, and it's literally boiling hot. We are near Mount Ruapehu and Mount Tongariro, volcanoes. Look at that steam, it's just coming off, just boiling through the ground.
Yeah, that's a red flag. Let's see what this says. A grocery store selling cancer-causing foods and then asking you to donate $1 to cancer research is wild. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Forgot to put my music in.
Imagine you open your garage door and you see the entire Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, this is a trip. Look at that. Yeah, no thanks. I'm moving.
Close the door.
To the
Y'all
desert.
need a boat. Y'all need a jet ski. Y'all might even need a helicopter.
There's a few things that are very interesting about this presidential race. One of them is that we don't have a president currently. But even more interesting than that is that the power structure, the machine, is fine with that. They really like not having a president. They like it so much that they were going to try to get this guy elected again. They were going to try to get Biden reelected. It's just that his debate performance was so pathetic that nobody could unsee what they had seen. And then they recognized they had to get rid of him. And now they really like this woman who doesn't exist, who stands for nothing, who's running on nothing, who can't answer a very simple, direct question. And so then the thing that you kind of realize from that is like, you're like, oh, that's how it actually works. That our government isn't actually run by the people we vote for. The president isn't actually running the federal government. Other power centers are, and they very much like for someone, whether it's Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, a different type of somebody who doesn't exist. That's what they like.
So guys, Kim has been volunteering up here all week in different spots, Bakersville, Burnsville, Spruce Pine, you name it. She's been here. We didn't want to put any of this on YouTube, but I've been traveling this week and the rest of the world doesn't know about what's going on in North Carolina. Can you tell a little bit about what's going on since you've been here?
So my name's Suzanne. We actually live a half a mile from here. We live there. That's our business. It got completely washed away by the flood. We evacuated to this school, which is where we've been living for the last 9 days. And we've been just volunteering with our fire department because this is kind of like our home turf, and this has turned into a supply center. Everyone keeps saying that FEMA's here, the National Guard is here. No one has been here. All these roads through here are cleared because local people cleared them. Local people that had tractors, excavators, anything, and then they called in their friends that had resources throughout the state. All the swiftwater teams, none of that's been government. It's been other states sending their teams down, like New Hampshire and Delaware.
Florida.
It's all volunteers. It's all either little fire departments or, little first responder services like that. It's no government help. One day we had 6 National Guardsmen here for 4 hours. That was it. And they helped sort in here. That was all. It's all locals, local resources. It's all civilians.
It's unreal.
I say it was one of them AI robots that look like humans.
I don't think so, bro.
Yeah. Well, this is why I say that. Where his family members at? His mother, his cousins, his sister, them crying. Said we didn't raise him to do that. They normally go into the house and find this is what his room looked like.
Right.
They ain't done none of that. No funerals, no nothing. What?
You don't think that's part of the cover up?
Cover what up, homie?
Because they're anti-Trump.
What about the went to school with him? Man, he used to go to our school. They showed us some shit. Yeah. But homie, you mean to tell me nobody online is saying nothing? Yeah. Nobody said this. Like he just a shot. Yeah, he done disappeared, and there's nothing on him. Where the family at home?
There must be shadow banning that shit.
Man, where the news go report the funeral?
I mean, I don't know about the funeral, but they did talk about his family members, and he got bullied like a mother. Everybody called.
I've never heard less, and I did say that I don't think it's fake. I just think it's a Trump thing. They hate him, and they're trying to silence what they tried to do because it could have been government ran.
They got real human AI robots that look like humans. We don't, man.
I don't disagree with that.
But this is what I'm saying. They done gave us something on everybody president. They ain't got nothing on this. Anybody that ever done something, they at least got something on it.
He showed up in a commercial for BlackRock.
So
yo, am I tripping right? Okay, so I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. Please tell me if anybody saw this. But I was coming back from the gym off of this back road outside of Raleigh, North Carolina, and we're like the road and the trees and the sky opens up. What the? I swear I saw giant sparks, like a plane, like maybe on fire or like, I don't know, but it was like there was sparks across the sky and it left like a huge like illuminated smoke trail like behind it for a long time. And then like 3 seconds later, the biggest aircraft I've ever seen in my life flies right over my truck, and it was completely silent. And it had like 4 flashing lights on it. What?
And we're going to see that object coming up here shortly. And there is no reporting. I don't think there is no reporting on the news about it or nothing. Just swept it on the rug. That's why we don't believe the media. That's why when we see Joe Biden come up and read from a teleprompter and tell us that so much information about the hurricane. That's why we don't believe him, because look at this big event that happened, and I don't believe it was on the news at all.
The fuck? And then now, like right outside, I'm here for work, living in a hotel, and right outside my hotel, there's like 4 black undercover police officers just like posted up at an intersection. I don't know what the did I just see? Someone please tell me they saw this. This happened like 5 minutes ago, and I can't find anything on it. There's like no sirens. Like, what the fuck?
Okay, I do not know what's going on right now. I heard a noise. I come outside. There's sirens blaring, and I see this huge trail in the sky. It's midnight right now. And there's this huge trail like something crash landed. What the heck is that? What is this? I wonder if there's anything on the news about this.
Crazy things in the skies.
Yeah.
Been missing out.
What the heck is that? It started at that puff of smoke to the left.
Going down quick. Ooh.
What the heck was that?
Shh. It's early in the morning on the U.S. Capitol grounds. And man, security and law enforcement is everywhere. Walk with me. Look at this. What is going on? Have you ever seen something like this? With Capitol, no police? Man. Everywhere. What's going on? And it's quiet, as if they're waiting for something, expecting something, preparing for something. Look over here. Let's walk over here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's walk over here. Morning. Oh, man. You got all this? What's going on here? Let's go. Let's turn around and look at that again, man. Turn around and look at that. Let them see this.
I would ask them, hey, what's going on?
Oh, my. I'm going to figure, huh? I mean, it's as if the entire law enforcement force is here early in the morning. I'll get back to you, okay? Something's going on. You got to do some research. I got to see if there's some threats. If there's something big going on in the nation's capital, I'll figure it out. Stand by.
This whole video is about to be insane. The skies are going freaking crazy. They said we're gonna have a new moon at 33 foot across. But what is this by the moon? It's not a lens flare. She's about to go in from a different angle with the lights off to show you guys.
Because of the light in the background, but no, you can still see it. Two moons.
It looks like a star. Look at that thing. That's crazy. Things in the sky are crazy everywhere. Do you remember in January when I said we'll have alien disclosure this year? Y'all aren't ready for this. NASA partner says alien announcement to come within weeks as he claims they've found it. Not to mention this dude right here has been seeing these same exact UFOs in the sky. It's all over his page, y'all. Do you remember when allegedly, I believe the claim was that the James Webb saw a non-human artifact coming to Earth within a few weeks? Things are starting to make a whole lot of sense with everything I've been showing you guys. Now look right here, this thing was seen in the auroras last night. I wonder why this certain pattern would just pop up in the sky. And of course I just showed you guys that hours ago there were the grays hanging off the jellyfish UFO. And by the way, it's really weird how just now, Florida's housing market skyrocketed. I can't tell y'all who owns a lot of these properties. Anyways, things are wild in the sky. This was Florida. Do you see what I freaking mean, y'all? 2024 is gonna end with aliens.
Here it is. Here's the crash. Don't look like no plane. All right, family, there you have today's reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I get to put this up today. I hope I see you on this beautiful Monday. If not, you'll get this video when it's ready to come out, when they allow it to come out. YouTube, quit messing with my channel. It ain't that big. We ain't spreading that much truth, are we? Anyways, y'all, if you made it this far, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. We do daily uploads if YouTube allows it. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the Man Cave. Hopefully I see you guys tomorrow. Later.